Hi everyone. So glad to be here. So glad that you all are here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I'm just going to do a little bit of collaging with book and maybe song paper. Make sure you're in shot though. Okay. So I have been working on getting some different types of book and song paper and those kinds of things ready. And some of them are kind of like this. I really like to take book paper out of things like encyclopedias or I have a bird book that I got from Two Silver Oranges. So they make good text because I don't have to worry about going through it and making sure that it's appropriate. So I'm just going to start here. This one's a bit glossy, so I hope that works out all right. I'm going to try the matte medium again, but this time I'm going to put it in a lid. This is just like Dee Willingham uses. She uses coffee lids. And I like it because they're right in the what am I trying to say? Constant supply. So, because I always drink coffee each morning, I have 1 cup of coffee. I used to have a lot more, but I just wanted to cut back for a lot of different reasons. One was the blood pressure and things like in the case of stomach issues, it's a lot easier if I'm not so addicted to too much coffee. Seems like I can get away with 1 cup if I have a totally upset stomach, whereas if I'm used to drinking it all day, it's much harder. And I just want to vary, like I don't want all one kind of paper. The weather today is just beautiful. It does get a little bit warm still. For November. All the kitties seem to be doing great. I'm going to go down to my friend's house that did most of the work. Our other neighbor helped her a lot. For trapping and releasing the cats. And I'm going to go down there today and help her to tame 2 kittens. I didn't know this, but they will spay or neuter as young as 6 weeks old. I did not know that. Strange. How is that possible? I don't know. I didn't know that kitties were mature or could be spayed at that young age. There's a lot I don't know. But these 3 kittens are so cute. They're very, very feral. And Kathy says that it's because they still have their pack, their colony are still near. So they just want out. And 2 of them are okay. You know, what I mean by okay is they don't sit and cry. One of them sits and cries and meows and kind of carries on a bit. So she goes in there and plays with them for a little while. But she tried to feed them last night. Well, one of them wrapped in a blanket. You spoon feed them by wrapping them in a blanket so that they can't wiggle loose and so that they can't scratch you up and stuff. And that's one way of going about getting them tamed, because they're wrapped up. They can't get loose. So she did get a bite, and she did get scratches. She is the sweetest person I have ever known. Patient. Oh my goodness. So there's one. Let's see here. I'll be going at 4 to pick up my granddaughter. She has dance on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You may remember that she tried out and made the competition dance group. And that is, she just loves that. And they seem to be a nice group of girls. Well, I don't know if there's one boy. There might be one boy. Not sure. I have some pictures in here, but I actually only want I actually only want the text, or like colored, neutral colored other stuff. I need to watch my time. 12 minutes. That's good. So there's another one. I prepped these ahead of time. I didn't think that I thought that would be so boring just to watch it again. If you want to see that, it's a couple videos ago. You can just refer back. I often use packaging if I have it, because I like recycling, repurposing. I think it's very, very cool to do that. For me, anyway. So I've been concerned about my channel subscribers. There's one of the kitties. He saw me. She saw me. Every single one of the kitties that we trapped were female. What are the odds of that? I can't believe that. So they all took 24 hours before they were actually released, because the surgery on the females is a little bit more than the surgery on the males, apparently. I don't know. I'm sort of going all up and down with this one. The children are doing so well. And one of the people that sent, I'm speaking of the orphans, one of the people sent in the mail a big box full of clothes, and they had them on Facebook. Really, they just look so cute. They just look so handsome. Sweet kids. A little bit more. And the one thing they consistently always need is clothing. Because kids, you know, they're always growing. And all of their clothing wears out soon, and most of their clothing is used anyway. I mean, there are stores in Uganda where they've even imported used clothing. Hard to believe that. Odd for me, where I'm from. And it's not odd to them. Let's see here. I hope everyone is okay. I hope you're all doing well. I think about you all the time. My subscribers. If you have gotten your thank you card in the first batch of thank you cards that I sent out, I have already sent out the second batch. Please let me know so that I know that they made it. as soon as I get all the thank you notes written and sent out, I really want to do number one, a journal. And you know, I'm still working on the 2 journals. Well, 3 actually. And I just want to get those finished. But I want to make another journal, a new journal. One for my December daily, if I can manage that. I'm not sure I'll make every day, but it's a great, I think it's a great thing. December is the one most unique month. For us all, and I think it's really fun to do the keeping track. Keeping track? What's that? I don't keep track. Well, I do actually. Since the orphanage, it takes a lot. There's a lot of keeping track with a foundation. And so I know nothing about business. I know nothing about keeping track. The only thing I do know is that you have to write stuff down. So I have been trying to do that. But one of the saddest things was that while I was on my trip, while I was in Uganda, one of our board members passed away suddenly of heart failure. He had a heart attack, a fatal heart attack. And he was the one he lived here in Arizona. He was the one that actually put the foundation together online. And he was the one that finished the business that needed to be taken care of here in Arizona. So that we could be a nonprofit, fully licensed and recognized organization. For everyone in the United States. And it was because of him. His name is Brian Risley. I am glad that they were able to wait for the memorial. He was born and raised in Streator, Illinois, and he had lived here for, I guess, 16 years or something like that, for a while. And I went to church. I've been to church, where he went. And I worked with him daily on the phone. He taught me a lot for keeping records, for spreadsheets. Gosh, I had no idea. And my computer is very old, and it sort of died in the middle of all that. So my 2 devices, which my phone which you're listening on, and my tablet are both not capable of doing, see what's it called? Excel. Excel is what you call it. Neither one of them. I can do Google Docs, but I don't know how to do, I don't have the capability of doing Excel on my two devices. It translates, but it's not easy. Let's see. How about that? That'll work. So, I miss Brian so much. We would talk for at least a couple hours, almost every day. Almost every day. Great guy. Very smart. Kind of crazy. So, we got along great. Since I'm a little crazy too. It was very fun being his friend. He was very, very sweet to me. Even though he had a pretty bad temper and he could not be sweet if he wanted to. But for the most part, he was very, very kind. Anyway, it doesn't do much good for people to get unkind with me because I can't help it. It's from part of my childhood as I tune it out. I guess that's one word to use. I don't do that on purpose, by the way. I can't help it. It's like, I think I'll think about other things right now. Okay, let's see. We have, so far we have this one done. This one done. This one. And this one. So let's see where we are with the time. Oh yeah, 29. So thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Thumbs up if you don't mind. And if you're not my subby, please subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.